Write a polynomial function in standard form with the given zeros. So basically these are where they cross the x-axis. What looks weird from yesterday's lessons, these are not ordered pairs. So the ordered pairs that we were used to yesterday were something like this: -1, 0, 3, 0, and 4, 0. As you can see there, the x value is the 4. So what I need to do here is just put this into my factored form. Y equals a times x minus p, x minus q, and x minus r. The p, q, and the r represent the x-intercepts, but it does not matter what letters you use. Let's go ahead and do the substitutions. I have -1. I'll put -1 here. I have 3. I'm going to put a 3 there. Did you notice that I'm not highlighting the minus sign in the formula? And the r value, which is 4. So I'm going to have y equals x. This here is a minus sign. And the p value is -1. Q value is 3. There's the minus sign. And the r value is 4. In this here, then I just, now, we're going to assume that the a value is +1, so you don't need to write the a value. So to clean this up, I have x plus 1, x minus 3, and x minus 4. Remember, a big idea for the next couple of weeks is that these are equivalent. You know that these are equivalent because if you set this equal to 0 and you solve, you'll get -1. So the parentheses, or the binomial x plus 1, is the same thing as x equals -1. Okay? Now this tells us in standard form. Standard form means there are no parentheses. This is factored form because you see a bunch of binomials. So now all I have to do is just multiply a bunch of times. You can essentially do FOIL, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply these two. I'm going to make a box. And I'm going to put x plus 1, and x minus 3, and just multiply. And then essentially what you're doing is you're combining like terms. So I have x squared, -2x minus 3. And now we're going to multiply that by x minus 4. So that you've multiplied all of them. Now this is the reason why FOIL does not work. FOIL worked for these two, but now I have a trinomial times a binomial. If you're still using the FOIL method, it's essentially distributing the x to each of these terms, distribute the -4 to each of those terms, and then combine like terms. Well, I'm basically doing the same thing. I just like to organize it in a box. I have x squared, -2x, minus 3. And over here I have x minus 4. Class, x times x squared? -2x times x. X times -3. X squared times -4. -4 times -2x. And -4 times -3. Here's one advantage of the box method. If you don't have any missing terms, you'll notice that the like terms are diagonals. So I have x cubed. Now we're adding, so that's minus 6x squared plus 5x plus 12. Write a polynomial function in standard form with the given zeros. And basically tomorrow's lesson is we're eventually going to have to factor this. and we'll eventually go back to the factored form. So this is our answer.